Hey fam, I hope you guys are having a peaceful day today. And I always say if you're having a good day, have a glass of wine. If you're having a bad day, have a glass of wine. And so today is a perfect day to have a bottle of wine. And I am here with Maiyesha McFadden. Hey Maiyesha.
Hi.
And she is the owner and winemaker of Flygirl Wine. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So, tell everyone about Flygirl.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Fly Girl started. Well, I had an interest in making wine for a little while. I was not one of those people that made it at my house, though. I didn't do that and buy kits and that kind of that thing. I just drank a lot of wine to find out what I liked and what I didn't
Mhm.
like. Um, and so during my, I guess, drinking research
Uh-huh. Right,
with
right. It's
wine.
research. It's research.
This research, yes,
Right.
doing my research with wine, I know that I'm like more on the drier side. I love a dry wine.
Mhm.
But some of my friends are not there yet. They're still on the sweeter wine. So I wanted to make something a good in between, where it's not super sweet and not super dry. And so we just kind of work with that and created the two that I have: the white blend, which is Chardonnay based, and then my rosé, which is more Cab Franc, Cab Sauv.
So, you're based in Maryland.
I am based in Maryland. Yes.
You are based in
Mhm.
Maryland, and in March we had the Brunch Babes,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and um, you were one of our panelists. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
at that time, you literally was putting the label on the bottle. So you are
Yes.
like
Brand new.
brand new, brand new.
Brand new. Yes.
It it's not even a full year.
Nope.
It's not even a full
Nope.
year.
Not even a full year.
So I love it because we talk to people who have been in the industry for a minute, right? But it's all new to you.
Hmm.
What is the thing where you were like, I knew this was going to happen, but it didn't happen. And then something you were like, I've never suspected that that would happen in this winemaking journey. Does that make
Wow.
sense?
I think so. Let's see if I can answer it.
Okay.
So in this journey, I never thought that I would see people like me, because a lot of the wines that I were drinking before was from California and not
Mhm.
necessarily people like me. And so I moved here from Charlotte. So when I moved to Maryland, I was a part of a wine group, Black Wines Girls Wine Group, and I met other wine people that like to do research as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so through that, I was okay. Maybe this is something that sometimes the cards line up, maybe not in the way that you
Right.
envisioned it would line up,
Mhm.
but through that group, I met a lot of wonderful people, you included, because you did one of our tastings for us, and
Yeah.
then from yeah. And then from that, just reaching out and attending, more wine events and stuff. And people are more willing to help than what I thought.
Yes.
So it
Mhm.
a lot of surprises. And I'm very grateful for like everybody that I have like come in contact with, I'm still in contact with, and have been like really helpful. So all of that is like surprising to me because if you would have asked me 3 or 4 years ago, like I would have a bottle of wine with my name on it and my logo, like I
Mhm.
was like, okay, yeah, not that's too soon. Like so that still kind of amazes me. I was like, this is still like new. Yeah, I don't know.
Um, I think it's awesome. We have comments here. So
Okay.
Wanda said, people like you, an educated professional or Black woman. So what do you mean when you say people like you? Or is
Yeah,
it is it all of the above? Is it you
I'm
came
all of
in
that. Yeah.
contact with people who were
So
Black professionals, educated professionals?
I just meant Black winemakers when I said
Okay.
people like me.
Mhm.
And that included men and women. I know a whole lot more Black women winemakers now than I ever thought pretty much existed. And a lot of them are my friends now. So it's just like really, it's I think it goes like full circle, I guess. Just
Mhm.
reaching out and networking and seeing that, everybody's willing to help, like as much as they can. There's always somebody there that you can call on and find out whatever you need to find out, I guess. Yeah,
I agree. Like, it's a really friendly community. It's a very
absolutely.
green, but you know what? You brought up a good point. I don't know if you
Mhm.
intended to do this or not,
Probably not.
but I noticed that in the Black winemaking space, there are
Hmm.
more women
Hmm.
than men. But
Hmm.
the um in the
Wine.
overall right wine world, there are more white men
Mhm.
than anybody.
Yep, absolutely.
And I'm curious, have you guys had, because you're a pretty close-knit community, have you
Hmm.
had that conversation to say, where are the Black men? Like, why don't we see as many Black men in this space that we see Black women?
That's a great question. I don't have an answer for you. I mean, we know of a few, especially like going through events and stuff that we've had here. So I met a few, but I don't know if they have a close knit community like we have developed.
Mhm.
'Cause it's just not talked about. At least we don't really talk about it. We're trying to
Right.
kind of help each other right now.
Exactly.
and,
Yeah.
and
No,
do it. So
no.
yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I'm just not sure what the answer is. Yeah.
No problem. So, okay, so wait a second.
Hmm.
The name of your wine is called Flygirl Wine.
Yeah.
And of course, it made me think of that old TV show in Living Color.
Living color, the
But it
fly girl
means
dancers.
something.
Yes.
Can you tell me? Yeah, I am dating myself. Um,
Me too.
what fly means, because it's actually an acronym.
It is. So when I came up with the name, Fly Girl Dancers off of Living Color was not on my radar at all. I am, I love self care, so that includes like massages and facials and manis and petties, like all self care stuff. And so my wine, the Fly, is first love yourself. So it's all about loving on myself first, in this busy world, crazy world, taking care of myself first so that I can pour out into other people, and do my motherly duties. I'll have a husband, so doing the wife stuff and going to work and being a good friend and all of that. So yeah, it was first love yourself. It's all about loving on yourself first. Yes, that's my daisy.
There you go. So this one is Daisy.
Hmm. Yep,
You
that's the
talked about it
name.
briefly, but can you tell us a little bit more about Daisy?
So Daisy is was named after my grandmother for one. So when we were making this wine, blending this wine, it's mostly Chardonnay. And the funny thing about Chardonnay, I wasn't a fan of Chardonnay.
Mhm.
Because I've usually just had like the heavy oaky like Chardonnays. So I wasn't
Yes.
a fan of Chardonnay. This one is not that at all. It is not your traditional Chardonnay. It's very light, easy drinking. The acidity is really there, and the fruitiness from the grapes and stuff are there. It is a dry wine, and some people don't like it, but it's not your super super dry. So I think it's like nice and refreshing. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sunshine. Daisy is like my grandma. She brought a lot of sunshine. She brought a lot of laughter, fun time. So that's my Daisy. That's what I thought about.
That is the perfect name for it. Did did do you know, did you leave some residual sugar on here? I do
Yeah,
taste
it's
some.
just a little bit, but yeah, it's not very much. Yeah, just a little bit of sugar, but not a lot at all. And both of them are like the same way.
And did you do like a second fermentation?
So
And
it was done most in the tanks. Where everything was done in the tanks, and it was just through the one.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
very nice.
Thank you. I won a
It's
medal for this one as well. So again, another aha moment, a surprise moment for me. So this one won the bronze medal in the Maryland Governor's Cup this year.
how you gonna step on the lead?
I know, right?
How you gonna okay, so
I should have led with that part, right? I'm sorry.
you should okay, so we're gonna
Yes.
practice this. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
what you're going to say the next time we talk about Daisy, you're
Uh-huh.
going to say, I'd like you to meet an award-winning, artisanally crafted Maryland wine.
I like that. I'm gonna write that down for myself. Yes.
Yes, you lead with
I
that,
should have led with
and you lead
yes.
with, and
Yeah.
I only been in the business for
Business.
6 months, right? The
Yeah, I
business,
only been here since April. Yes.
right, right, right. What you got to say about that?
Yeah.
So, with
It can
that part,
happen. Yes.
right? Congratulations,
Yes, thank you. Thank you. That was
congratulations,
a
and those,
surprise too.
uh, Wanda gives you several hand claps.
Like,
I'm
thank you,
all for this.
Wanda.
I'm all for this, Wanda. And so Wanda wanted to know how long have you been in the wine, your wine journey, and she just started.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I've been on the, well, again, researching for years now. Let's see, probably took it really serious and started taking classes probably around like 2020. That's when COVID hit and everything kind of shut down. In the beginning, I was doing a what we call like virtual tasting with a traveling company. It's called Traveling Vineyard. I don't think they have that anymore, but it
Are
was
they
the
still? Are they? I was going to ask. Are they still
I don't
in?
think they have that.
Okay.
That don't exist anymore. But that's where I started doing like the wine tastings and virtual wine tastings and everything was with Traveling Vineyard, and doing those tastings. They always gave you like the script to say about the wines and everything.
Right.
And I
Right.
was like, wait a minute, that's not what I got. So that's why I started taking classes. So because I was like, okay, my nose can't be that bad. So I started taking classes so I could learn a little bit more about the stuff that I was tasting and trying to sell, and just for my own knowledge because I was I like to drink it too.
So,
So
so you were
wine.
taking like equivalent of some classes.
So I took the WSET 1, 2, and I took the what else? I took the winemakers certification through Cornell, and I also
Oh,
have
okay.
a business certificate from Napa Valley. So
Okay.
yeah.
Was it all virtual?
Yes, it was all virtual. Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Denise says, "Hey, hey,
Hey,
Denise."
Denise. That is my mentor. She done like adopted me, whether she knows it or not. Yes,
Denise
that's
has
right.
adopted a lot of people.
Yes. She's good people. Good
She
people.
is
Yes.
she is very good people. She's very good people. Um,
Yeah.
and hey, Rob, thank you. It's so good to see you, Rob.
Hey,
Rob
Rob.
was one of my business mentors at
Okay.
Goldman Sachs, and he is an amazing um, mentor and leader. So it's like mentor night.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I love
It
the
is mentor
support.
night.
Like the support is amazing. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So you have two wines, the
Two.
wines,
So we
and
have
so the second one
it's my
is the rosé. So tell us
yes.
about the rosé.
So this one did not win an award, but it's still really good. This one I call Sisters because my sister is a rose all day type girl. And so
Okay.
when I did this one, I was kind of thinking more so along things that she would like. She doesn't like super, super sweet and she doesn't like super, super dry. So this was again my good in between. It's a lot of more, I think this one is more fruit forward with the strawberry, like raspberry notes than the white one, but it's still very
Mhm.
light, easy drinking. Don't have that aftertaste like after it or anything like that. So yeah, that's my rosé.
Um, did you say, I'm sorry, I missed it. Did you say which grapes were in the
So
rosé?
in the rosé is Cab Franc, Cab Sauv, Petit Verdot, and Merlot.
So it's like a nice little Bordeaux blend.
Yep, something similar to that. Yes.
It is very, it is. So did you, I'm, I'm getting just a tiny bit nerdy. Did
Uh-huh.
you,
Sanye method. I know he was about to ask me
okay,
that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yes. So I
how,
use this the
uh-huh,
Sanye method and like bleeding the grapes, the juice from the grapes with this one, still fermented in the tanks and everything. And then everything kind of mixed together, blended together. Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Um, so, here, let me put this one up. Geronda, can you see the comments?
I see some of them pop up. Hey, Geronda. Geronda's my friend from Charlotte. She's my baddie from Charlotte. Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very,
Yes.
very cool. How long was the skin contact?
A few weeks. I'm not sure exactly how many weeks, but it wasn't even a month. It was like only a few weeks.
It was only a few weeks. Did you
Yeah.
guys drop the temperature on it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it dropped the temperature. So, and we kept a little bit of like residual sugar,
Uh-huh.
like I said before, with the white blend as well. But yeah, it was only left on for a very, very few weeks. And if you look at the color, you can even tell like it's a very, very like pale salmon color. It doesn't even look like as dark
Yeah.
as the rosé. Yeah. Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, it's a pretty color, and
Mhm.
considering that you have,
The big
that
bold
you're
grapes.
using, yeah, those grapes that are so pigment enriched,
Hmm.
that, that's a nice color. That's a really nice balance
Yeah.
on there. So,
Yeah.
will you be serving your wines at Thanksgiving?
I will be serving my wines at Thanksgiving. Absolutely. This is going. My white is definitely going to go with my turkey. Um, I like turkey. I like a Cajun turkey. So I'm gonna tell you the secret. So last year or the year before last, I don't know if y'all ever had that Popeyes turkey before, but that
Is it
Popeyes
good?
turkey, it's all right, man. If you get the right
Okay.
Popeyes, it wasn't bad. So
Okay.
it was like a fried Cajun turkey or something like that. So we've had one of those before, and it was actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do that this year, but it was pretty good. Quick and just pop it in there. Yeah.
That's Sarita told me about, her and her husband just took like a little mini vacation and they went to Chicago. And she told
Saw
me
that.
that
Mhm.
there's a restaurant called Nothing But Turkey or something like that. I think I got the
Oh
name wrong.
wow.
But all they
Okay.
do is serve turkey. Like they serve turkey hot dogs, turkey burgers, turkey
Wow.
sandwiches, turkey, and so it's a black owned restaurant. And
Mhm.
so it was, kind of in the hood. And they went
Yeah.
and they were like, nobody's inside, but people, and so
Outside.
they were a little nervous because an
Mhm.
Uber dropped them off. So it wasn't like they could get in their car or what have you. But they had
Mhm.
smoked turkey and they had these smoked turkey tips that were
Oh,
smoked and kind of grilled, and they put them over French fries. And she was like, oh
wow.
my God, it was so good. And
So that's
and
right
the
on my alley.
servings are huge.
Mhm.
And so she talked to the people and they have like one in LA and someplace else, and she was like, if you come to DC you will make a killing. She said it was
Yes.
so, yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
was
that sounds
powerful.
amazing. First of
Hmm.
all, you said French fries, so I'm a French fry person. So anytime you got French fries, like I'm here for it. French fries go with wine. It just I don't know. I just like all French fries. Denise is on there with me because we always like, where the fries at? But
I
yeah.
know, I know, it it's my kryptonite.
Yes.
So, okay, so not quite a year yet. You've
Mm-hmm.
won a medal, which is
Yes.
huge. You have two wines.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do you know what do you how do you see it developing, because so much has happened in such a short period of time? Where do you see this
Absolutely.
going?
So I see it going well. I don't know about opening up a tasting room or anything like that long term. I do want to add a couple of more to the catalog.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know the time frame right now as far
Okay.
as like how we're
Hmm.
gonna add it, but I do. My next one will be a red. I do know that. So I want to
Okay.
do a red again on more like the Bordeaux style with,
Mm-hmm.
a blend of, I love Cab Franc, I love Cab Sauv, and I like a little spice and kick to it. So we may add some, Syrah or something to it as well. But my next one will be a red. Um,
Okay.
uh, but it needs to be aged in barrels, which is what I want as well. So it won't
Right, right.
it won't be immediately. So it may be towards the end of next year or 2026 before that
Hmm.
red actually comes out, because I do want it in barrels for a while.
Well, I'm going to say this, not
Hmm.
to like discourage you from doing the red because you do want the red to age for a while, what have you.
Hmm.
But, there are a number of very successful winemakers who only have one or two wines
Hmm.
and they
Absolutely.
rock it out.
Yeah.
They rock it out. And so you know, I don't want you to succumb to the pressure of feeling like, oh, I need to have like five or six wines.
Oh, no, no, yeah, no, no. I know how to pace myself. I've learned that now.
Hmm.
Because you get really excited.
Yes. Hmm.
And the thing is, because I get excited like with the wine and talking the wine and blending the wine, you kind of go off, and not you got to bring it back to reality sometimes.
Right. Right.
And so yeah, I want to make sure I don't overextend myself too much, because I do have a daughter in college. She's a freshman this year in
I
Boston.
saw that. She's very
So
a smarty pants. She's had a smarty pants. Uh-huh.
so yeah, I want to make sure I don't overextend myself and take on way more than I can handle. So yeah, I'm not gonna rush anything. It is gonna happen when it's gonna happen. Um, but yeah, right now I'm good with my white and my rosé. Like I say, my red will come
Hmm.
hopefully by the end of next year, if not into 2026. But yeah, I mean, I'm good for right now.
That is good. Now you are in the medical field
Yes.
by day. So did the did the chemistry of making wine come easy to you or no? Okay.
Not at all. First of all, I hated chemistry. When
Okay. Okay.
I hated chemistry. I love the biology part and science and all that, but yeah,
Hmm.
chemistry was not. Yeah, no, it wasn't my thing. Um, but when we were like blending the wine, it was fun, so it didn't make it seem like work. It
Right.
does
Uh-huh.
take a it's hard to kind of find the right blend, and with tasting, because after a while you be like, okay, wait a minute, everything kind of tastes the same. How long have we been doing this? It's,
Yes,
it's been
yeah.
going on.
Uh-huh.
We're going on hour number 6 now. But yeah, so it is a process. It does take a while,
Hmm.
but trying to, I don't know. I don't know. It was fun creating, so it didn't seem like work. It is hard
Okay.
kind of blend it
Hmm.
and make it balanced. We definitely want it to be balanced. So that is a hard part, but it was fun trying to get to that balance, I guess. I don't know.
No, it's because there's always that there's always that discussion of how much is winemaking art versus
Mhm,
the science, which I think is a
mhm.
good
I think it's a
blend.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think it's a good blend because you could have wine that's a little volatile
Hmm.
and then it goes bad, but then
Yeah.
you have some that's just too by the book and it,
Hmm.
too
It's just
stringent, too
plenty.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And then again, you have to think into like if you want it drank young, as they say, like if you want a
Right.
young wine, or
Mhm.
if you want it
Mhm.
to, be able to age a little bit and still hold the same the flavor of the notes, or evolve into like the tertiary notes and stuff. So it is a good balance of art and science.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and it is hard, but it was fun. So I mean, I don't know. It was fun, hard work, I guess.
So is this going to be like your retirement plan or this is just
Oh,
for fun now and then we'll consider?
I actually don't have a retirement plan. I have things that I want to do. I don't know if I want to want to. retire completely from
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never thought about like retiring. So
Right, right.
I love doing this. I do want to do this like on a for the long haul. I want to like keep doing the wine and winemaking and continue that until whenever. um,
Mm-hmm.
but I also like want to do other things too. Like I love bed and breakfast. So like to have a bed and breakfast and have my wine and it was just like those
Oh,
different things I
uh-huh.
want to do. My husband wants to have a cigar lounge. So it's a lot of different things that we want to incorporate. So retiring, probably not retiring.
Well, you could have the wine and the cigar lounge
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a lot of different things that we've like thrown around and talked about and stuff. Nothing's set in stone, and it's going to be a couple of years before we actually like sit down and do any of that. But yeah, like yeah, retiring. I don't see that, but I like doing what I do right now, so I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Well, I hope not because you're making really good wine.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
making really good wine. And so how can people find you?
So I'm on Instagram, Flygirl Winery, Facebook, Flygirl Winery. Um, my website is flygirlwineryllc.com. Yeah, I do a lot of all of my events will be posted on my website, and I also kind of put it in what is it, Instagram as well. So let's see, what do I have coming? Oh, Friday. Friday we
I
have
was
coming.
I was gonna say, come on
Yeah.
now.
Yes, Friday we will be at the National Harbor, the Tanger outlets at the harbor, doing a wine tasting there, the fall wine tasting. So I'll be there. I also have I'm out in Salisbury, Maryland. Never been over there before, but yeah. So I'll be out in Salisbury, Maryland, the next weekend for a Friendsgiving. They're doing like a Friendsgiving. So it's a organization there that focuses on Black women and uplifting
Okay.
Black women. So they're kind of getting all together and having like a Friendsgiving on that weekend too. So yeah. I try to stay busy and booked so we can sell this wine.
That is good. And people can people buy wine off your website?
Yes, you can buy wine off my website. I'm not shipping out just yet, but I will do local deliveries to anybody in the local DMV area. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So, you know, these are really good Thanksgiving wines. And so please, you know, check out her site and make sure you get them in time that they can be delivered and get a
Yes,
couple bottles.
absolutely. Get a couple
Get
because the
get
first one you're gonna be go through real quick.
right. Get a couple bottles that you will enjoy. And rosé, believe it or not, is
Mhm.
one of the best wines to pair with Thanksgiving dinner. So it's not
Absolutely.
just for the summer, not for
Hmm.
the spring. It really is the
All
peacemaker.
day. Rose
Hmm.
all day. Yes. And
It will
she's
go.
fun too. She's fun too.
It's, I can't wait to open that one. But I have this one. I need to get the capsules for my Corbin.
Mm. So you keep
So
your wine for a while, huh? I don't need
yeah,
that.
yeah. Not, you know, I didn't realize, but like during COVID, we would do a whole lot of podcasts, or I
Hmm.
was doing a lot of virtual
Hmm.
tastings, leading a lot of virtual tastings, and you're talking and pouring, and
Hmm.
next thing you know, the whole bottle is gone. That's not really good.
I know it's not.
So I made it a rule to only pour 2 glasses,
Oh, okay.
and then and cork it. Um, and then when I was using my Corbin, then that was
Yeah.
much easier. Then I could. But now I open it, and I don't want it to go. I hate wasting wine. So
No, we don't waste wine. You can always make a cocktail out of wine. I like
yeah,
cocktails too. Yes.
yeah, you can definitely do that. You
Yes, we
you can
don't waste the
definitely do
wine.
that. No. Well, thank you for sipping with us. Can you hold up the bottle of rosé again so people can see it?
Yeah, so this is why Fly Girl Sisters Rosé.
I love the butterfly. Did you come up with the concept? Did you do the design for the label?
So I had help. I told her what I wanted. I told her I like butterflies, one, because it's
Hmm.
like a transformation. It's like a symbol of transformation. And so that's what I kind of wanted as well, because most people saw me as like, hey, she's the PA, like that's her mom, like in
Hmm.
one area. She's a wife, but that transitioned and evolved to something a little bit different. I'm still the PA, I'm still the wife, I'm still the mom, but I like to take care of me a little bit more now than I did before. So yeah, I like the transformation, and the butterfly just kind of symbolizes that transformation for
That is
me.
wonderful.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank
thank you
you,
for
Denise.
speaking
That's it,
with us
Denise.
briefly. And
Absolutely.
make sure you check her out, and you can see her
Yes.
live and in person this Friday at
Yes.
Tanger Outlet. We will be there from 3 to
3 to
6
6.
on
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
Yep.
And Monday is a holiday, so just take the afternoon off and come and have wine with us.
Absolutely.
And they have coupons. They have little coupons for shopping coupons, so you can start your shopping early.
Mhm.
And they have the dueling piano people. Have you
Yeah.
ever experienced that?
I have not experienced that now.
They're good. They're so good that you're singing along and you don't realize you're singing along. You're like, oh, I
Okay.
know that song. So yeah, come out
So it
there.
sounds like it's gonna be a very fun Friday.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yes.
They really like draw you in. You don't even intend to have that happen. But yes, it is going to be fun. And thank you so much. And I'm so proud
Absolutely.
of you. And
Thank
you
you. I
have
appreciate it.
a huge fan base, and everyone is proud of you and rooting for you. And I think you're doing a phenomenal job. So thank
Thank
you for
you. I
spending time
appreciate
with
it.
us.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you Friday too.
Good night, fam.
All right. Good night, everyone.